everybody, thanks for watching. And just a quick reminder, there are now 19 membership spots available in the Merkabah Academy website. So if you want to be one of those people who get all of the upcoming 2019 digital downloads free, as well as the membership fee waived for life in the Merkabah Academy website, you definitely want to be one of the 700 people or one of the final 19 to get this. Once these 19 spots are done, everybody, all 700 people will be locked in, for life, no membership fee. You don't have to worry about paying for downloads for the rest of this entire year. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a good thing. I talked about the site before, and I didn't really get into everything yet. As I said, we'll talk about it as we get closer to launch date. But this is going to be a really beneficial website for anybody who's interested in personal economics, anybody who's interested in the things that we talk about as far as esoteric occult studies and a lot more. So it's going to entail so many different things, and I think it's going to be really helpful to everybody who does what we do, who's into this type of information. There will be a book club, as I talked about, conscious book club. There will be a lot of things that's going to help people get the resources that they need to grow economically and to really learn a lot more about what we speak about, what we talk about, as far as, in all this whole conscious movement. But it's going to be set up almost like an online academy. There will be a social media aspect to it as well. There will be a lot that people can do and engage in and get plenty of information that they're going to need to do what they're trying to do, as well as find a lot of sources for entrepreneurs and people who are looking for funding or what have you. So it's going to be definitely a major site. I can talk a lot about it more once I get it up and running, and we'll go deep into it. We'll a whole video dedicated to the site to get people to understand, what it's all about. Now, I also want to thank everybody who has become a member so far, everybody who has been following from, the beginning, who really believes in what I'm trying to do. This is not something that's easy to get people to support, so I'm really appreciative of the people, so many people that come out and show their support for what this site is going to become and what it is going to be when it launches. So I definitely appreciate the support, and we don't get that enough when we try to do something, and when something is put out there by somebody that's black that can possibly be big. We don't always get the support, and that's one of the things I want to talk about, as I've always been talking about in my videos lately. It's just personal economics, black economics, and really supporting the black business owners that's actually trying to do something. And we can't really, complain about a lot of the stuff that we complain about because we don't really support black business. So the support is not there in order for the black business to grow and be where we want it to be as consumers. So without the support, a business can't grow to be where it needs to be. So we definitely need that support from the black community and from people who can, really look at things and see what it is, if it's good or if it's not. So I think, over the years, I've been have over 600 videos on YouTube right now. So I think I put in enough time, and I've proven myself through the countless DVDs that's out. If you look at the information, if you really watch the videos and you understand what I talk about and everything I put out, then I think I put in enough time for people to see how serious I am about what I do, and that I am really knowledgeable about everything I speak of. So the trust is there, the support is there, and I want to thank you guys and appreciate everything that you have been doing as far as the support for me and everything I've been doing. So thank you guys. So now I'll get into the video. So of course, there's a lot of stuff going on social media, going on in the media. And when that happens, I usually get a lot of emails from people, a lot of messages from people talking about what the media is talking about. And right now it's about the whole Gucci thing. A lot of people still talking about, Trump and, government shutting down. And remember, it's a lot still going on with that situation. But I mean, as far as this whole, Gucci with the blackface thing and everything like that, a lot of people are mad at Floyd Mayweather. And the question is, especially for conscious people, so-called conscious people, why fall for the stuff, over and over again? A lot of people keep falling for the same narrative that they put out there. And then you got to ask yourself the question, why? Why now? I mean, of course, when we see something like this, which, come on, the little kid with the ape shirt or what have you, the thing with Dove and all this other stuff, all these other corporations, it's just like, okay, it's going to be my turn to say something racial so I can get all the attention for my company. I want to get all the attention like that company got the attention, and now, it's blowing up. And this stuff never goes wrong for the company that's in the wrong. So like for Dove, people still buying Dove. I was in a store the other day seeing black people buying Dove. They're going to still buy the shit, People still going to support H&M. You go to H&M, you're going to see a lot of black folks there. It don't mean nothing. It's something that gets you riled up at the moment. And there's a lot of stuff that people got to understand before they start speaking about this stuff. One of the things is, one, if we can't say nothing, man, because if you're going to boycott Gucci, and let's just keep it real, not a lot of the black folks ain't buying Gucci, real Gucci, the expensive stuff. If you're going to boycott them, as I always say, you got to boycott everybody. This stuff is everywhere. We can't look at racism from one company and just say we're going to boycott just this company, just boycott Gucci, and forget about the other thousands of white-owned corporations that's completely racist. I mean, you would have to ban Fox. You would have to ban all these TV shows, Love and Hip Hop, Love and Basketball, or what have you, that put out this negative racist stereotype of black folks. We got to boycott them as well. You can't just pick Gucci and say, well, I'm going to boycott what's trending. Gucci trending right now. People talking about Gucci. I'm against Gucci right now because it's trending. And this is what black people do. We keep following the same pattern over and over again. Now with Floyd, like, come on. This dude is in a whole nother stratosphere. Like, dude has got crazy money. He not in that lane. And he got to do stuff for the lane that he in. If you understand what I'm saying. And then one, I know a lot of people upset and like, well, Floyd, you black, you're supposed to support us and be on the black side or what have you. When, Floyd looking at it as, where is my support? And this is what I'm talking about. Like, the black designers that come out and try to be a big major brand, y'all don't support. We don't support them. Let me tell you why. Because the rappers are not talking about them. The culture is not talking about them. Who is they? Who are you? Even though you got nice clothes, your stuff is nice, quality is amazing. We as black people are not buying from those black designers. We are not, big up in those big designers. We're not putting them on the same platform as we put a Gucci. So until we start doing that, until we start supporting black businesses and making these hot black entrepreneurs as big, as these major designers, we got to shut up. We can't say nothing. Because if we stop supporting all the racist white companies, where are we going to shop? Where are we going to go? Because we don't support black business, so where are we going to go shop? So until we start supporting these black businesses and putting them up there, we can't say nothing. So, I mean, how many people want to support TMT? The narrative is out there that Floyd is a wife beater and we just not going to support him no more. We the only race that will completely destroy our image because of something that's trending. Plain and simple. It's trending that he's a wife beater. How many of these CEOs and companies y'all bodies? Stop it. These people that killed people and beat wives and did all kinds of stuff. And we still support them. We still shop there. We still watch their shows. We still do this. We still support them. But when a black person do it, we don't support them. It's just, oh, he's a wife beater. He committed some type of crime or he did something, negative to popular culture and he's trending right now in a negative way. So we're going to just shun him and not support him. And this is what it's about. So looking at it from his point of view, I guess you're looking at it as, where was my support? Like, y'all ain't support me with my clothing line when I put out the money team or put out the TBE or what have you, whatever stuff he got out. Where was his support? We ain't go buy his stuff and make him a major designer or make the other black designers major designers. We sit up here and we keep, Dickie and Gucci and Prada and all these other major, white corporations that rich white people buy and don't support our own. A lot of black folks don't want to admit that we only follow what's trending. We only follow what's popular. And for us to be in the situation that we are in economically, we can't, why are we going to even sit up here and debate about what are these, we all know they're racist. We know the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. We know the stuff that they do, the little, hidden stuff that we see on the labeling, the packages and the commercials. A lot of stuff is just throwing shots at black folks. We see this, but yet we still buy, we still support. And when a black person comes along and try to do the same thing and try to say, you know what, we need to stop supporting these designers and we need to have our own designers and have our own black labels and make our black labels the top designers and support them. Make them what's trending in a positive way. But when you have these black people trying to get in there, there's no support. There's no support because we hate on each other. It's like, why am I going to buy your stuff? Who you? Or I'm not going to give you money and make you rich. And we don't understand that we destroying our economics this way because we hating on each other. And as I said before, this is something that they put out there. That energy has been put out there by this system, by them, for us to feel this way and behave this way towards our brothers and sisters. It's just how it is. People walk around and we say the words all the time, family. That's why I don't use that word because to me it's fake. Because we don't act like family. Plain and simple. And I'm talking about family just on a basic sense. Families, we have our troubles, we have our problems, or what have you. But when the time comes, when something real happens, families usually come together. That's how it's supposed to go. So when people saying that family, we don't act like family. We act like enemies. We don't support each other because that hate is there. And as long as that energy of hate is there, we're not never going to grow. This is one of the reasons why I want to do this site and put the people that's really serious about really growing economically. Because we can talk all day, as I said, about history and everything else. We can go in Egypt hard all day long, but at the end of the day, what is it going to do? How is people going to get to where I'm at or where other people that have money is at? This is what I want to do. I want to put people in that position to do something and grow. I want people that supporting me and following me to be rich. I want them to have money as well. I want them to be able to take the trips to Egypt and be able to come out and do things. And a lot of people answered the question before about I'm definitely going back to Egypt. I think twice this year. So a lot of people wanted to take the trip. But, it's an expensive trip. A lot of people can't afford it. And this is the issue. Like, a lot of people are not willing to spend that kind of money to become educated and to see different things and to do something outside the norm. So it's a lot that we need. And I want to take a step to bring something major while we still can to the internet, to social media, and to us, while we still have the opportunity to do so. That's going to change a lot of Black people's lives and put a lot of people in a position to win and to be doing something economically for themselves and for their family. And that's what it's about. So, that's where I'm at with it. It's just what I see that we need. And, I spent over 6 years on this, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So you'll see. But we got to support. We got to support. And, people that's in a different lane than you, like, I don't even get into what these celebrities is doing and these rappers and the fact that they boycotting something, because guess what's going to happen? It's going to blow over. And somebody going to be rapping about Gucci. Gucci going to put out a commercial or what have you, and it's going to blow over. Plain and simple. You start seeing Dove put out commercials more with Black folks. People forgot about it. They back buying Dove. That's what's going to happen. Meanwhile, you got people all over social media, hype, saying crazy stuff. It's for what, man? Y'all doing exactly what they want y'all to do. It's not even worth that. So now, next subject. And this is something that people have been talking about for a long time, especially with Serena Williams and her coming out saying that the white dude treated her better than a Black guy. And this is like, we keep hearing that. We keep hearing that. And it's one of those things to where we got to be real with ourselves. On both sides. Plain and simple. And again, we got to understand that this is by design. For us to be in opposition to the Black woman, for her to be in opposition to us. So when she comes to you and say, well, the white dude treat me better, of course he does. Because the Black man has been trained to disrespect you. The Black man listens to this music that's derogatory to you, that's calling you all kinds of hoes or what have you. You're listening to stuff that got you out there looking like exactly what this Black man is talking about. So then now he automatically looking at you and thinking that you a hoe. You looking at him and thinking that he a player. And we clashing. It's just what's happening. There is no mutual understanding there, as far as Black and white. It's the culture. And both of us is moving based off the culture. So the way you look, the culture says you are this. The way you act, then the culture says you are that. And this is how we're operating, and it's by design. So, to be real, it's the truth. And all people they're not gonna like it, but it's the truth. Yes, in some instances, you'll see a white man treat a sister better than a Black man. And it depends on the whole set of circumstances. So, case in point, you got to stop going after the wrong men. Stop going after who you are trained to go after. And the system is created for you and set up for you to go after the wrong man. They don't want you to find Mr. Right. That's not even in your psyche. It's not even in your emotions. You're looking at Mr. Right and you like, ew. I'm not attracted to Mr. Right. He's not right for me. He's not thug enough for me. And you don't even understand you've been set up to feel that way about Mr. Right. Mr. Right is corny. But Mr. Wrong is everything. He's everything. And that's by design. Plain and simple. So when I see people say that, when I hear people say it, it's like, yeah, it is that way. It is what it is. But it's set up, again, for us to be at odds and be arguing about that situation that's been put there for us to do exactly that, to argue about it and to be against each other, based on it. Even with the whole thing with Gucci and all that, and people going to say, oh, Floyd was wrong, Floyd was right, or people, I've seen a lot of people say this, I'm not boycotting Gucci. A lot of people posted that as well. And people are arguing about it back and forth, but that's what it's meant for us to do. At the end of the day, we're losing. What's the point? We're not, what beneficial thing is going to come out of this? Nothing. So when you think about the whole question, is the black woman more submissive to the white man? And is, the black man, does he treat the white woman better? You got to look at the atmosphere. Plain and simple. Look at the culture. So when a white man come in, he's not coming in with that culture, that hip hop culture. He's coming in from a respectable family that has husbands and wives and, generations of marriages or what have you, in most cases. And, it's the same thing on the other side. A white woman grew up seeing her dad treat mom good and so on and so forth. It's a different atmosphere. It's a different culture that's coming in. And deep down inside on both sides, what do we want? We both want the same thing as black men and black women. But the culture got us all fake when we come together and we can't click, we can't unite. And then when we try to, the culture ends up separating us because you don't want to let go of your social media. You don't want to let go of your Facebook and Instagram, for the relationship. You don't want to let go of what's trending in the culture for the relationship. You want to be fitting in, and you want to be like your girlfriends or your homies or what have you, and it's destroying that relationship. And what happens is emotions are created. And these are negative emotions that you think are yours and you feel right because they come from you, but they have been created inside you to deceive you. It's not really you, it's the culture and the energy it's putting out that's changing your emotions towards your loved one. So you're letting a culture or this system, hip hop or what have you, create emotions within you that's going to destroy your relationship. And then that's exactly what happens. And then we come up later on, we keep saying the same stuff over and over again. Niggas ain't shit. Oh, these hoes ain't loyal. And then in comes the white man or white woman, and then we get what we want. And this is how it's been set up. Until we start to realize that, mentally, emotionally, understand there's an energy out there that's set against us to have these feelings against black men and black women. Once we realize that and learn how to really communicate in truth with each other, then the relationship will be fine. It won't be these issues. And don't get me wrong, of course, there's a lot of black couples out there and everything is going right. I know a lot of black couples that have been married, that have a great relationship and everything is going well. But I can tell you in all those instances, they don't have social media. They don't. That's real talk. And I had to sit back and think about it the other day, like, damn, such and such and them, they both don't got Facebook. They both don't got Instagram. Relationship is fine. They don't got social media. It's like, what is on there? Like, what do you want? I know a lot of people say, well, I keep it for my family, stay close to my family. And for the most part, it takes discipline. Some people actually have it, and everybody who they know on there, they know. It's not celebrities or, who the hell is this person you follow? Who is that? It's not weird, crazy stuff. It's people who they actually know, and they just keeping the loop going. A lot of people can't do that. People want to be involved in the trends. People follow what's on them timelines to heart. And they destroy themselves, destroy their relationships. But the people who I know that have successful, there's a couple of them, don't get me wrong, who I know who do have social media. And I know, got a couple, friend of mine, they got each other's passwords. I know people are going to say, well, it's a trust issue. But, it's a peace of mind thing as well. So, it comes down to you, man. But I think you can get through anything in a relationship as a couple if you consciously understand the pitfalls and traps that's out there, and if y'all both on the same page when y'all come together. I think y'all can get through anything in a relationship if y'all understand it's going to be stuff out here that's set against us. It's just that simple. And man, if your girl look good, niggas gonna try to get her. Just how it is. Your dude look good and he got money, girls gonna be on him. It's how it is. Can you handle that? Are you built for that? Is it something that you can even deal with? Do you want to deal with it? Do your significant other know that you don't like such and such and what's going on in this situation? You got to talk it out. And it's stuff that has to be done to make it work if you want it to work. Some people don't. And that's just the name of the game. But we can't keep sitting up here and just fall for the whole narrative that black men are somehow negative towards black women and white people treat us better, because that's what they want. That's what they want. And that's not the case. That's not the case in every instance, but for the most part, we're going to see that anybody that's following that culture is going to be, having those type of issues. But I think it's interesting and it's sad at the same time that we see somebody like Floyd Mayweather, a person who has fought his way to hundreds of millions of dollars, who has beat the boxing system. And a lot of people don't really understand what he did business-wise. And living in Vegas, I get to see, kind of sort of firsthand of the stuff that he do. Floyd does a lot in Vegas to help a lot of people out. People who live in Vegas know that. He has a lot of charities or what have you. And he employs basically almost nothing but black folks, a lot of people he employ. And I think it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't see a lot of the good stuff that he do and to look at what he represents as a black man from the hood growing in success and having so much wealth, what he has, and having his own company and everything like that, and basically beating the odds in so many different ways. A lot of people don't look at that and get the positivity out of it, just the negative stuff. And I wouldn't buy Gucci after that whole thing, to tell you the truth. But at the end of the day, if I'm not going to buy that, as I said, it's a lot of stuff I just can't buy. You can't pick and choose who you're not going to support when a lot of corporations doing the same thing. You got to not support them all. So it's interesting that we cut some out, but at the same time, we look at somebody like Cardi B. She won a Grammy, best album, what have you. And you're talking about a person who is being followed by millions of little girls. A lot of people listen to her music and following her, and the person that's talking about fuck them, then I get some money, that's putting out a negative stereotype. We got a whole video of black women twerking and just basically damn near stripping in the video. And she gets so much congratulations from the black community, so many congratulations from people all over for putting out negative, derogatory image of black women, destroying the culture as far as any type of positive look that we can have from hip hop, which is very little. And, she's congratulated. It's congratulations. You went from a stripper to now you got a Grammy for basically destroying the minds of little girls. And we celebrate that. And we hate on the successful black dude who gained so much money, who's out there showing his wealth and everything. We hate on that because we've been taught to hate on that. And it's real subtle that we don't see that. It's crazy we don't see that the same thing Floyd's doing is the same thing that rappers do all the time in their music. They show you cars and money and girls, and they throwing it in your face and they taunting you, as I always say. And, it's no backlash. It's no boycott these people that's talking about killing your people, who putting out songs and lyrics saying, shoot these niggas, kill these niggas, fuck these bitches, fuck these hoes, and calling your women crazy names and talking about killing your brothers and sisters and kidnapping kids and all that kind of shit. We ain't gonna boycott that. That's fine because it's not trending. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. We got our priorities real fucked up. And as I said, we're the only race that's willing to destroy a positive image, a positive black image, and promote a negative black image. So even if, and I'm just going to tell you from what I know. I'm from Philly, Dr. Umar from Philly. Dr. Umar, you're talking about a dude who was trying to do something for black boys. No matter what you want to say about that man or what have you, he legit. Check them out, better than my damn self, the man legit. And whatever you want to say about it, because it's trending that this dude was somehow in some way in the wrong and he wasn't trying to build a school. Dude was trying to do everything. He ain't had the money, he ain't get the money, he ain't get the support. But we destroy that image of a black man, educated black man, who's been putting out knowledge for years and helping people for years. We rather destroy that image because the negativity against him is trending. We're going to destroy that. And it's going to be a lot of people going to be mad. And, oh, well, you support Floyd and you this and that Floyd and this and that. You support Umar, what have you. It's not even about, it's just truth. It's just keeping it 100% real. And you can disagree with me all you want. At the end of the day, what is it going to benefit you, us, being negative towards the image of a black person that's doing something amazing, that's doing something big or trying to do something big? There's more that we see from Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, and all these hip-hop artists that's negative than we see from somebody like Floyd or Dr. Umar. But yet, we big up them, we support them, we promote them, and these dudes we tear down, these people we tear down. I mean, it's crazy. Y'all really got to think about y'all priorities and what's really important to us as a people versus what's trending. So they basically playing y'all. They playing y'all back and forth. A lot of people just falling for this and falling for that. And it seems like, it's very few people who get it, who understands like this was different from this shit than freaking H&M stuff. I mean, it's the same stuff. Didn't you see black people back in H&M? Sure did. You saw black people buying Dove. And there is nowhere else to go. You have a black person buying H&M for years, buying Dove for years, and it's the best for their skin, and they like the smell or what have you. All of a sudden, they're supposed to stop that because of some racist ad when we know racism exists, and go where and buy what from the black manufacturer of this soap, period. Where we're gonna go? Where we're going to go that we know. Of course, we can go to the African store, to the Indians, and get, black soap and all that stuff like that, which is, basically what I do and what a lot of people do. But on a, national scale, how many black folks know about this stuff? And again, if it's not trending, we usually don't support anyway. I mean, it's just, we got to start putting out the competition to these corporations if we want to talk about boycotting something, so we can have an alternative to go to. And that's the case. And that's basically what I'm trying to do again with my site. It's so much wrong with YouTube. It's so much, money that's being basically ripped away from a lot of people that could be doing major things. I mean, they hinder you from being as big as you can be on a social platform. And that's crazy, them having that control. Which is why when I get to the point that I need to get to, that a lot of that's going to change in our favor. And it has to be done. And I put myself in a position to where I didn't really need nobody's support to do this. And I appreciate everybody coming through and jumping on a membership now, which, trust me, good thing that you did it now, because eventually when it gets to where it's at, it's going to benefit you guys in a major way. So I want us to be in a better position moving forward while we still can. Before the laws start coming and changing, before they start trying to switch shit up, we need to, as I said before, get in where we can get in and start establishing, blueprints and start establishing, foundations, I should say, to build something. Because once they close this window that we have to get into the internet and do big things, it's over. And they're going to just own that, outright. It's nothing we're going to be able to do. Because we had our shot, but we too busy worried about what's trending instead of getting in and growing something economically for ourselves. So as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be nothing like this online. Nobody is doing this. Nobody has this idea. And fortunately, for me and for this, I don't have to rely on GoFundMe and what have you to be able to do this. I invested over $300,000 of my own money to this whole project, more than that when you really get into it, and it's going to get done. Just that simple. And it's going to be beneficial to so many people that's taking advantage of it. And that's what we got to start doing. We got to start being the competition to our opposition, plain and simple. As long as we have competition to our opposition and we can get people to understand what we're trying to do and show them how it will benefit them, then people will support. And that's one of the things that's tough for us to do, to put out something that's competitive to what they have. And that's the thing. So when we see people complaining about this restaurant, this black-owned business, it's not this, it's not that, we always comparing it to, conglomerate corporation that has billions, millions of dollars behind it, that's able to provide the best for their company versus an up-and-coming black person who just trying to follow their dream, who may not know so much about the business, but doing something that they feel wholeheartedly that they can do, and they need support. And they need that support to get to the level of these major corporations. And when we don't give that support to them, we can't complain because they ain't got the support. And yeah, people have bad days and people have attitudes and what have you, but that doesn't mean that we should destroy the whole culture and break down the image of black business or what have you because of one corporation or one business, one black business. We got to stop that shit. That's crazy. We got to stop that. But, this whole mess, Gucci and all that, stop following that bullshit. Floyd is let these people do what they do. Don't even be worried about what these celebrities doing and all the stuff that they involved in, because they got to play the game. It is what it is. Look at that image. And when I see black owned or black business putting out stuff, I support that. You know, it's an image we got to think about. You got to put aside all that. No matter how much you may not like Floyd, or how much you may not like Sean John, or what have you, we got to put that stuff aside for the image. And understand that the image of a black man having a major fashion company and doing major things is something that we just got to support. Because if your kid grow up and want to do something like that, the foundation for support for what he's trying to do may not have never been planted or put there. So here he going to have to try to start something and build a foundation based upon what he's trying to do, and look for support where historically we have not given it. And we got to start putting out that, you know, that foundation and that support, so that, you know, we have a better future for us and our kids. And that's the problem. These people have spent hundreds of years to get to where they at. We're not willing to do that shit. We worried about the here and now. We're not thinking about when we gone. We don't care about when we gone. We dead. We say, we like, so what? But these people will sacrifice generations to get to where they got to be. As long as we're not willing to sacrifice generations, sacrifice years to get one leg up, it's game over. Plain and simple. And that's what they know about us. They know we're not willing to sacrifice a lifetime to do something that's going to be beneficial to black people. We worried about the trend and right now. And that's why we ain't where we're supposed to be. So yeah, I wanted to touch on the subject, and, you know, I got you guys emails, and you know, a lot of people worried about the deadline and trying to be one of the 700 people or what have you to get in there. But, you know, it's one of those situations to where once it's closed, I mean, there's really nothing I can do because of the programming issue and trying to get everything in there at the right time. It's out of my hands. So once those spots is filled, I mean, that's it. I mean, there's nothing I can do. As far as giving people, you know, unlimited access to the site, free for life, and all the downloads free for 2019. I mean, there's little I can do as far as the benefits for the site, because stuff need to be input as soon as possible. But you know, if it's a way, which I'm trying to see if we can backdoor it, you know, you understand what that means, and try to get more people in there, but I doubt that's going to be possible in the amount of time that we have. So, you know, as I said, I opened up 200 more spots. The 500 got filled pretty quick. The 200 is, you know, almost done. 19 left. As a matter of fact, 17 now since I've been doing this. So it's up to you guys to go ahead and do that. But you will still have an opportunity to be a member of the site. So, you know, stay tuned for that information. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch. And thanks to everybody who supported. And yeah, I'm getting the emails and reading as much as I can, trying to answer the questions. There's a lot that's going on with me right now, a lot of stuff I'm trying to do and put out. And you know, it's getting done. If you're waiting for flash drives on the way, as you can understand, you know, hundreds of people. So we kind of sort of backed up a little bit, but everybody who ordered, you should be receiving yours by next week for sure, or sooner. So, you know, they'll be sent to you for sure. Of course, a lot of people be worried and scared, you know, especially first time buyers, thinking it's some kind of scam. But, you know, you're fine, trust me. But sorry for the delay for anybody that's been waiting. You know, shoot me an email if you've been waiting too long, just in case my guys dropped the ball somewhere. But shoot me an email, you know, therealmerkabah@gmail.com, and I'll take care of it. But for the most part, you guys, everybody should have theirs by next week, and then we'll move forward. You should have gotten an email. Anybody who's been purchasing lately about what's taking place or what's going to happen. But, you know, it's a lot. So again, appreciate you guys. Definitely, you know, be more open-minded to what the media's putting out and what's trending, because it's stupid shit. And it's really like, come on, it's stupid. Gucci, who fucking cares? People ain't buying no Gucci, like, unless you got crazy money. It's crazy. Same thing with Fendi. I mean, $400, $600 for a t-shirt. Like, what's wrong with these people? Crazy. So, like, we're not really buying that stuff anyway. And it's crazy how people want to act all fake, like they've been buying real Gucci their whole life, and we just go and boycott Gucci because it's trending. Shit is corny. But yeah, again, thank you guys for taking the time to watch and support. A lot of information coming, more videos coming. I'll see you guys next video.